What is going on, everyone?
What's good,
Welcome
everyone?
to a brand new episode of the Thinking Wealthy podcast. It is 6 a.m. Monday, Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time,
Can
not
you believe
Eastern.
it? Not Eastern. We don't celebrate Eastern
We
around
go
here.
PST.
PST. We out here. We're grinding. It's a good day. I'm excited. We got a good episode planned for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So how about you give the fee today before we
Dang,
jump into
I had
this?
to clap and give the fee.
Clap and give the fee.
All right, boys. So you know how this rolls. You know what we do here. We come on. I come to Nick's house every Saturday
my
usually,
house.
and we record for 30 minutes. That's a long time.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes an hour when we get the whole gang here.
that's true.
And then Tristan deletes the video file. We love that. But basically, we come here, we record, we add value to your lives every episode. And we don't ask for money, we don't ask for nothing except one thing. We want you to tell your friends. We spread this podcast by word of mouth. We want your friends, your family, your grandma, whoever the frick else you want to tell,
That's the trade,
your
bro.
weird uncle. Tell them all about the Think About the podcast so we can start growing this podcast
Yes,
together.
sir. We give you value,
And-
and you give us value.
Exactly. And we can all grow as people together. You know, self-growth is not a I don't even know what it's called, like some lost game or something like that, where like everyone loses out in the end. No. One person succeeds, one person doesn't. That's not how it works here. We
It's a
all
win-win.
succeed, and that's what we want to do.
All right, guys. Before we get started on this episode, I have a quick little story. It's like a minute, right?
Okay.
The other day, I posted a video. It's like the quote was just literally it said, "It's true. Life does get better," right? And so
Right.
there was some negative Nancy's in there, like cap, life doesn't get better. Whatever. Screw those guys, right? But
Screw
we
those
did get a
guys.
couple comments where people were like, "This is so like motivating. This is awesome," right? All that good stuff. And then I look at the DMs this morning, and I was just like reading through one of them that we just got, and this dude's like, yo, like I just saw that video about, it's true, life does get better. And he's like, bro, you gave me hope. I was like,
Right.
holy crap, man. I'm
We're
like,
really influencing.
yeah, I was like, that was one of the breakthrough moments in my life. And I was just on my jog running. If you're watching this, dude, appreciate you. I was literally thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, like giving people hope, and
Right.
inspiring them. And it motivated me to go further. So
It's great.
yeah,
It feels great.
I hope that we're giving you hope. That's
Yeah.
the goal, changing your life. And he asked me for like my story. So I gave him a quick rundown, but it was cool.
That's
It was
awesome.
a good moment.
We love that.
Yeah. All right, anyways, so let's talk about failures.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Do you want to start with Lip? I think that's a
Yeah,
great one.
Well, we'll start there.
The predecessor to Thinking Wealthy, dude.
Basically, yeah.
This was
that
Thinking
the first
Wealthy
thing.
before Thinking Wealthy existed.
Yeah, and I think it started as like, so if you don't know, actually you won't know because it was irrelevant.
We've only briefly talked about this on the
Yeah, I
the
think
show.
we've like said the name once. Lip skate we used to skate a ton.
Yeah, that was
We
like a
don't as
thing.
much anymore, but we still love it.
I don't
Skateboarding
really
was
yeah.
awesome. But we wanted to create a clothing brand that was kind of like a skatewear clothing brand. Basically, I had some stupid design of like a mountain or something that said like Lip on it. It was supposed to stand for life is perseverance or whatever, but I thought it was cool because like there's a popular skateboard trick as well called like
The
a lip
lip
slide.
Slide.
So like it's kind of like like play on words, whatever,
Yeah.
skating, whatever. But so basically, it was cool. I created this little design, and then I told Nick, and I was like, it'd be cool if we could make like clothes, bro. Like that'd be sick. And like while it sounds stupid to me, it was like a big like moment for me and Nick at least working together because it was the first time we decided, to do something together,
Partnered up,
and
yeah.
it was like the first time I think either of us were like, okay, let's try doing this like business thing. Let's try making money. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
doing something other than playing video games or going and skateboarding
Yeah,
or doing something
that's true.
stupid, right?
it's literally true.
So it was a big moment for us because I realized like, wait, like Nick thinks this idea of like building your own business and building something is also cool. And from there, it's always been like whenever
What's
we got
next?
some business idea, whatever we got some, it's always, me and you coming together and coming up with something cool like that.
Grinding, getting the brains in the zone, baby.
Exactly. So it was like the first thing we like wrote down our goals and our path to success. We were like just starting out doing all this stuff. We created these designs.
Yeah.
We started putting them on t-shirts on it was called like Teespring or something, I think.
I think the website's still up probably.
Yeah.
The TikTok is definitely still up if you want to look up L.I.P. I think _skate.
Yeah.
Should be the TikTok account name. You can see some of the videos that we had there, and the Instagram is the exact same thing. It's also
Yeah.
up there if you wanted to see the lineup. I'm pretty sure you could still even purchase the clothing.
I think so.
So if you really wanted to.
It'd be funny
yeah.
if someone actually like had purchased the clothing and we just never
We
noticed.
just, yeah, it just blew up
Because
and we had
like
no
logged
idea.
out of the email. We have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea if anyone buys anything. That's okay though. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had like a legit, startup, basically. I guess the best way to put it. We definitely put effort into it for like a solid month or two.
Yeah, and it was
We had plans.
we went out, we took pictures, we recorded random TikToks. It was kind of the start of what Thinking Wealthy became, with understanding kind of the algorithm of TikTok, the way that we create content. And it was like, for me, it was a big moment because it was the first time I tried making content, if that makes sense, right? Like before that, I was always like kind of scared to like go out and record things, and like, someone like walking up to me like, "What are you doing? What do you record?" Like, and that was always scary, but I kind of like bit the bullet for the first time. I realized, oh, this is easier than I thought. It's not as bad. It's fun. It's, it's a good time. So then I think the main thing from there is like, we didn't get a single sale. We basically lost money because we had to order the clothes to like.
I think we only lost like what, $50 total.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, and it was like definitely worth it to me because just the amount of learning that we did, and that was kind of my point. So we might have failed in the idea of what failure is. We didn't make any money. The business didn't go anywhere, obviously, because it wasn't that good of clothing, and everyone has a clothing brand. But we were trying our best, and we learned a ton from it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the first thing is like
that's what this episode's about, is that like that failure, basically, by the best way I can put this is by society standards, that was a huge failure, right? Like the whole business crashed, nothing worked, we didn't try hard enough, Society says that was a huge failure. But self-development, us around here, self-improvement, we're like, that failure was the stepping stone to success, because now we had gained knowledge from that. And that's what we want to like talk about here, is that every single failure you have is a stepping stone towards your success.
Right. And I mean, from there, if you think about it, it kind of was, because we started making content with Lipskate. And then I told Nick, I was like, I think, I want to do something different. Like the clothing brand idea wasn't that cool. Like it just isn't working.
Yeah, it like fizzled out,
Yeah, like and our motivation to keep going with it kind of fizzled out, which isn't always kind of but it just felt like it wasn't adding much value, right? It was just a piece of clothes.
I think we lost the excitement for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think what happened is we did that, and then I told Nick about this Thinking Wealthy idea, and he was really hyped about it. And then from there, I think that's kind of the way that we started everything. With Thinking Wealthy, is like, if there wasn't Lipskate, we probably wouldn't have done Thinking Wealthy, because that was like
had to walk so Thinking Wealthy could run, dude.
Exactly. And then so we started doing Thinking Wealthy and creating all these videos here, and that's kind of just where it branched off. But I'm so happy that we did have that little failure, so then we could learn from it. We learned so much about recording and making TikTok videos.
Yeah.
I think like we understand the algorithm so much more now than we did in the beginning.
I'm a like TikTok algorithm nerd now.
Yeah, right. Like Nick knows it all. Nick's constantly giving us little tips for our clips to try to get our views up and everything with the algorithm. But when we started the podcast, remember how terrible the quality was?
That first episode was so bad.
That first episode, the video quality was awful. I was just doing everything I possibly could wrong. But the thing that was so cool that I didn't think about is like, imagine if I just said, well, this looks bad, so I'm not going to start. I'm not going to post it and try. You know what I mean? Because the way I learned was I saw it was crappy. Yeah. And other people were like, oh, the quality isn't great. Kept upping the quality, kept learning ways to up the quality. And instead, if I had just decided instead and not to start and then try to like make the quality as good as possible before I upload, I probably wouldn't have uploaded anything. You know what I mean? Because I would have been so conscious about the fact that the quality wasn't as good as possible, right? Yeah. But instead I said, like, I'm not going to let that, deter me. I'm not going to, because to me, that's where I'd fail. I would have failed if I just said, nah, I'm not going to post this because the quality's bad, right? But instead, we said, nah, we're just going to send it. We're going to learn how to make the quality better as we go. And look at us now, bro.
That's true.
We got a whole setup.
Like this is it's becoming a genuine podcast now.
It's one
of the coolest things.
It's genuine setup. Like we have a podcast.
Yeah, for real.
This is episode, I don't even think we said the episode number. This is episode 31.
I got it right too. Yeah, holy crap.
Crazy.
Episode 31.
Episode 31.
We've done 31 episodes. That's crazy.
That's nuts. Actually, this might be 32 to be honest.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's either 31 or 32.
Yeah. That all because we took that stepping stone.
Actually, no, it is 32. Sorry, yeah.
Took that 32. Stepping stone to failure.
We took the stepping stone to learn.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things. Okay, how about this? We run it really far back. Let's go back to middle school. The old YouTube channels.
Oh, jeez.
Start talking about Asasaurus.
Oh, right? God. Okay.
I guess the general mindset you had of that,
Yeah, well, if anything, I had a grind. I was kind of on the grind.
Yeah, no, I remember you had some.
So there's this is how it worked. I started. I think every middle schooler boy has wanted a video game YouTube
Yeah,
channel at
everyone,
one point.
every
Right.
kid
Every
nowadays
kid
wants to be a
was
video game YouTuber.
thought about video game YouTube, and like that was sick. So I created this account called Asosaurus and started posting just random
It's like funny
videos.
montages, right? Or like
It was
how-tos
yeah,
and stuff.
montages, like just any gaming content I could create.
yeah, just a classic
And
gamer.
what honestly was so fun was like it was almost like I could do kind of whatever, and it was like this. I felt so creative. I
Yeah.
remember that, and like it might be stupid, like it might be stupid content that like added really no value, but to me I was like, whoa, like this is so cool. Like I felt truly free in what I was creating because no one could really tell me what to create. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that's why I kind of got my first taste of creating content. And I always kind of loved creating things that I could post, but. I think the main thing that I had was just first of all, I was 12, so obviously it wasn't gonna take off that well, but as well as just I learned so much about like video editing and recording and everything, and I got pretty good at it because I did it for a couple of years where it was like kind of on and off. We did Asosaurus, I did that, then like I got bullied on the account or
Yeah,
whatever.
from our friend group,
Our
dude.
friend group kept spamming my videos,
Yeah,
so I got
it
really
was-
mad, and my
it was
mom
really
made me
bad.
delete the account. Yeah, boys are ruthless sometimes. And then I created a new account
Off meta
that was off meta gaming.
This was like a gaming group. It was
Yeah.
like our clan at the time.
I was our Destiny clan off meta.
Yeah.
We were a gaming clan. I remember like walking around with I think it was Javi.
We had a bunch of us together.
Yeah,
I remember
like
Mason
Javi,
was
Elijah,
there.
and
Elijah,
stuff. I
yeah.
told them about this like Destiny clan idea that
Yeah.
I had.
It was like a YouTube
Shout
channel.
out to the
The
old,
OGs.
the
Oh my
old
gosh.
Taken King Raid OG homies. That was crazy. And I told them about this off meta gaming thing, and I was like, I'm gonna make this YouTube clan. We'll have a gaming clan. And I think that's where like yeah, the videos still weren't that good, but I definitely upped my understanding of video editing by
It was like
then.
a creative discipline. you
Yeah,
know?
and that was like I would do all my homework. Like instead, like as a kid, I hated like doing homework, doing all that stuff. But my mom wouldn't let me go on the game or use the computer until I had my homework done. And even then, she would sometimes not let me go on the games. But I could record videos because she didn't know that I was recording or editing videos. I mean, not recording. And so what I would do is I would like record a bunch of video. I for my birthday I asked for an Elgato streaming thing. Got that. My dad let me get it. I started record. I remember when I got that thing on Christmas, or it was either Christmas or my birthday. I was so excited. Like I plugged that in and I started recording and I saw the footage because before we had to record everything with Asosaurus. I think was recorded clips from the Xbox clip.
Was it like the
thing.
5-minute segment
5-minute
chunks? That was like
clip.
impossible. Yeah.
And you couldn't get audio with it. It was just game video and audio, not your mic audio. It was just insane. But like what was so cool is almost like that limitation and like that limited amount of video time that I had and everything. I kind of had to be creative in how
That's
I made
true.
the videos, right? So I made videos that I could just do voiceovers with. I did like voiceover videos and things where I could do that, like that's why I was doing like tutorial videos and stuff, like whatever I could create. But I just started creating, and then I think that's from where like by the end I remember like at the time young people like young us thought it was cool.
Yeah.
We made a couple good videos. We had a couple. I recorded some raids. There's like some Overwatch game one that we
Oh,
did. That
yeah.
one was pretty cool.
That was a good one.
And it was just like they weren't that funny, but like they were like funny to us, and it was like a good time. And it was really when I kind of learned to be creative. But I remember I got that Elgato, and it was just a big moment, a big step in like learning how to edit and record. And yeah, I mean from there it was just I started recording everything, and I would sit there I remember there's certain raid videos that I edited for like 8 hours in total to get the whole video done. And the video was like 4 minutes. It was partly because I didn't know how to edit efficiently, right? So I had to learn all those things. But it was the most fun like thing. It was like so exciting to just keep recording and doing new things and trying this. And it was like every week I remember like every week on I think it was like a Thursday or something, I would upload the videos. So I'd be like edits, like just editing like crazy the days that I could. And then because I'd usually record on the weekends and then edit all through the weekdays.
Yeah.
And I would just make these stupid little videos. But that's what kind of started, the whole thing. And yeah, by the end it failed, right? It tapered off. I stopped getting excited about it and started doing other things. I thought it was a waste of time. But I'm so happy that I did it because I learned so much about video editing, learned so much about, just creating content in general. And it was a big step for me. And it kind of, I guess, gave me the confidence to make videos. And you haven't even crazy. Like you had a bigger YouTube channel than I did in terms of like making content.
That's
like obviously
true.
like wasn't big, but just
Yeah.
like you had some great videos on there too.
For my YouTube channel, it's actually still up. You can go watch pretty much every video I posted.
Right.
It's called Drifty Alpaca. I still I would actually be down one day to post on there again, just because just random creative freedom on there. But
Right.
it's just literally the thing that I really learned from it was like creativity and like
That'd
getting
be-
content out.
That'd
you
be
know?
kind of sick to make like a Drifty Alpaca video like 3
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah,
with the
dude,
good
some of the
equipment.
content on there is crazy. Like the skits that we would do was
Mhm.
nuts. It was
It
just
was
like
random
warfare.
stuff.
We were fighting over like toilet paper and stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy content. I would tell stories on there, like as when the commentary YouTubers were huge, and
Right.
like the whole thing, like the YouTube channel sucks. Like it sucks, but the thing I learned from it is like how to be creative, right? Like I love going back and watching some of those videos I made. You can see me from like 2016 on there, like
Yeah,
making
like,
channel
Both-
trailers
all
and
of
stuff.
us, like young
Yeah,
us
you can
to
see all
us
young us
now.
there. Like it's crazy. Like the
Yeah.
stuff on there, you can see what like our minds were plotting, and I just love making crazy stuff like that. And now I even try to like splice in some of that like previous chaos into like the newer videos where I'm just doing
Right.
like schizophrenic posts or something
Right,
for like
like
Thick and
random
Wealthy.
things,
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff like that. Like it completely crashed and burned, but the skills that I took from it, I don't see it as a failure anymore.
No, yeah.
You know,
No,
like everything that I learned from Drifty Alpaca has like been the stepping stone into Think and Wealthy.
right. Oh yeah, it's
Crazy.
yeah, definitely the same thing with mine too. Cause think about it, I spent $200 on an Elgato streaming thing
Yeah.
just to not make any money off of it.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you think about it, yeah, business wise it was a failure, but in terms of learning and growing as a person, that was huge. You know what I mean?
It is huge. For
So
real.
yeah, I think, just kind of main thing to take away from that is like, don't be afraid to like, I think by purchasing the equipment you need, it really does help. That was something that we noticed with the podcast here.
Yeah.
We were deciding how we're going to do the podcast. And I was like, we should just buy 2 good mics. I have the computer already. I got a new Mac for school that same like time period.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have a audio interface. Let's just plug it in. Let's do it. Let's go big. Just spend the money and make the podcast. And I mean, I think that's what really kind of
We
helped
just kept
us.
going. Yeah.
And like obviously if you're like a young kid or don't have an income, it can be harder. But like save up the money, find a way,
Flip some couches, make
Yeah.
$5,
Do-
$10 here and there.
do what you got to do, buy that equipment and freaking start, right? Because you don't need a lot to start something. I mean, we didn't pay anything to start creating a TikTok account.
No, we started with nothing.
We created a TikTok account. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you have a phone.
Yeah.
If you have a phone, you can make TikTok videos. We did almost all of our content for the first almost year purely off cell phones.
Yep.
Like that was it. Everything was edited on a cell phone. Everything was recorded on a cell phone. Nothing else.
Let's talk about the drop shipping.
Let's
The
do it.
first store
Yeah.
we jumped into. Okay,
The
so
first dropshipping store.
this actually goes back to about a year ago now, actually. It was when I first discovered drop shipping, right?
Right.
I was like, yo, Aiden, check out this business model, dude. This thing's so cool. I'm so hyped about it.
Right.
I was like, you can make money just by spending a little amount of money. This is like the first
Right.
actual business model I was looking at. And I was like, okay, let's do some product research. We made this big Google Doc that had like 5-6 products on there.
Right.
And then I was like, look at this one. It's trending on AliExpress. Let's just use it. It looks cool. We'll just advertise it everywhere. So we
Right.
order in the product. We took like crazy. We had a whole like setup for like a camera. We had like all these pictures and everything. The
That's
website
crazy.
sucked.
Yeah.
It was absolutely garbage. We ran Facebook ads too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ran Facebook ads. I hate Facebook. So don't ever, if you're drop shipping, don't use Facebook ads. Do TikTok
Big
organic.
Facebook ads.
But yeah, we were trying to hit it from every single angle. And I remember reading my journal the other day because I was looking back like 1 year ago.
Right.
And I was writing in there. I was like, I'm so excited. We just had our first store visitor. I was like, this is crazy.
Right.
I remember writing, I was like, 14 people visited the store today. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. 14 people have looked at our website.
Right.
We didn't get a single sale the entire thing.
No?
Not a single sale. But
So another failure. In
another
terms of
failure.
making
right,
money.
In terms of making money. But the thing that we learned from that was just literally starting, like just trying
Just
that.
trying. And
Yeah.
we had the freaking setup, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Right where the camera was, right where you guys are, basically. We set up this like white
It was like a
tent
light
thing,
box.
light
thing.
box.
Yeah.
We started we made like a little like plant setup
Yeah,
and
we
everything.
got his mom's orchids and brought them
like,
out
I
here,
b-
bro.
I brought plants that my mom loves growing orchids. We brought all these plants here, and I remember we were trying to figure out. We only had one of the product, but the product came in 3 different colors.
Yeah.
So we had to color match.
Oh, that's right. We had
So
to create different. That was
I went
crazy.
into Photoshop and color matched to the other 2 colors for like the
product
like
photos
the product that we had.
yeah.
And that crap worked, bro. Like
Yeah, that was crazy.
We figured it out. We made it work. It was so fun.
You know,
to do that.
I remember sending that or taking like a screenshot and sending it to our buddy Grant. I was like, "Do these pictures look legit? Does anything look off to them?" And he's like, "No,
Right.
they look fine."
That's what I said. I was
that's
like,
crazy.
holy crap, bro. That's literally insane.
Yeah, we learned so much by doing that. That was actually like so
and
much fun.
it was really I think that was the start of our creativity with selling a product.
Yeah.
And creating something more than just like content. But I think from there it grew so much. In terms of understanding a setup, understanding how we create content, and then kind of the investment that went in, because we paid a good amount of money for everything for that one. I think
it was like $200, $300 total.
Yeah, that we had we put in there.
Yeah.
So it was like, once again, another kind of like trying to start it up, putting the investment in, and it was just interesting time.
Even speaking of like drop shipping, that's been my main business that I've been pushing for the past couple months, for about a year now.
Right.
And I haven't been successful until like last month, when I finally made like $200, right? So it's a small amount, but I've been trying for an entire year.
Yeah, to finally get those sales.
I've tried about 10 different products, bro. Like, it's been a brutal grind.
Right.
And I've just now started to see the success. So, I mean, like, most people, I guarantee, would have quit where I was at, dude. Most people given up, tried something else. But, dude, I'm telling you, this next setup that I'm going for is going to be crazy. Like, this is the breakthrough.
Right. It's the breakthrough one.
I've learned everything this past entire year. This has been a grind for a whole year straight, dude.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, people always I'm always talking about it. You're always like, I'm on my next product. Keep rolling. I sound crazy. I'm like a psychopath, but it's
right.
But
it's how you grow and it's how you do it. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
So, and I think another big thing that we learned was learning when to cut it off.
Yeah,
right?
when it was so hard to just to
let
say,
go. Okay, let's let go of all, because we spent hours, getting all this footage, these photos, setting up a website, and we were like, okay, let's shut it down and do something different, right? I think that's where kind of I split. I wasn't as invested into the drop shipping stuff. Nick kind of went that way, and I kind of worked more with Thinking Wealthy and starting the podcast. But it was like a big moment for us, realizing like, okay, if a thing isn't working, cut it off. You know what I mean? Because there's no point in like continuing with a failing product. You know?
No, there's like always like a lesson in every single.
Yeah, that's the main thing that we want you guys to take away.
Yeah.
There's a lesson in every failure, and like there's a lesson in every mistake that you make, and you can only really fail if you don't learn from those mistakes.
That's 100% true. Yeah,
right?
If you like quit and just stop learning from those mistakes, that is failure.
That's when you fail. Because if you just mess up and something doesn't work, it's not even on you. You did everything you could. You're not failing then. It's just the thing you need to tweak the process. You know what I mean?
You know what I think? I think this is really interesting. Sorry, I'm thinking about September and Halloween for some reason. Anyways, but like the thing that's kind of in my mind right now is how many people give up too soon, you know, right before they hit the breakthrough point. Because you see it so often, like how many people just stop right when they're about to get to that break. Like, you know that picture of the dude who's mining, whatever, right? And he's just about to hit gold, but he just gives up right before he hits the gold. And it's like, that is so true today, you know?
Yeah.
Have you, like, when you look around, you see all these people like, oh, I'm working on this new business venture, or like you see somebody who's like, oh, I'm trying out this new whatever and whatnot. They get so excited about it.
Right.
Then they get so excited and then they stop.
And then it doesn't work right away and they get upset.
Yeah. Like, how come people... Why is society so programmed to quit that fast?
Well, I think it's the same thing with society so programmed to expect everything so quick in the first place, right? In the sense of what we've talked about before with like TikTok and YouTube, and the way that social media kind of just blasts you with content now, quick, easy content. I mean, it's even now where like, so you know, something it's kind of stupid pet peeve of mine that like, but I think it kind of correlates to this, is like, if you're in a car with a bunch of friends and the person on aux keeps skipping the song like halfway through. Yeah. Or like the song, they're like, all right, I'm bored. Next one. And they keep like skipping the song like 10, 15 seconds into it. They're like, next song. And I'm like, you can't sit there and just listen to the whole song. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just enjoy the whole song. The whole song's, but the artist didn't make it so you can listen to it for 5 seconds and then skip it to the next one. Like, I don't know. Just the idea of like, you can't have the patience to sit there and see something through is what it really comes down to, right? And I mean, bro, I was so like, it's crazy to me because my mom still tells me all the time when I tell her like I'm on the grind, like I'm doing this and this and this. She's like, Yeah, but like it's almost like she doesn't believe that like I'm not lazy anymore,
Yeah.
right? Or I'm not, and like I think I'm finally proving it to her a little bit. Like she's finally kind of seeing the fruits of my labor in terms of like the discipline that I've had. Because bro, I've been killing it in my classes. I know we talk a lot about college or whatever, and like you might think college is stupid, but hey, I've been killing it in my calculus class. I was kind of scared for that thing. Got 100% on everything so far. Taking 3 quizzes, 100% on all of them. Killing it, bro.
That's like a thing. You got to prove it almost.
Yeah, you got to prove it to everyone else. And what was so interesting is I hated studying. I hated taking notes for so long. Like I never had, and I still don't. It's not like I'm like sitting there. Actually no, kind of low key calculus. I'm excited, but like I'm not sitting there like, oh, I'm so ready to sit here for 2.5 hours and listen to my teacher talk about math.
Yeah,
that's not like it's like sometimes it's fun. Like sometimes I enjoy it. Calculus is it kind of works my brain a bit. So it's fun.
I think it's more of like the character of like I'm becoming the person who can sit down in 2 hours and like no one else can do this.
Have that discipline and sit there and take notes. And I never was able to do that before. And now I can sit there, take notes, and the time like goes by. Like it's like I get into deep focus even when taking notes and listening to my professor, right?
Yeah.
So I do the same thing. I put everything down, turn notifications off, and I just focus on my notes and I just take notes, right? And like, I don't know, to me it's just like it's unlocked that like it's almost like the fact now that it's on me to do it, right? No teacher's gonna tell me like, hey, stop slacking off, stop. Like the teacher I could walk out the class and no one would say anything, right? So it's like because it's on me, it's because it's my responsibility now. I really feel like inclined to do it more and do it best, right? And man, dude, it was crazy. Like I have to do all these lecture notes for my bio class, and I was like, oh, this is going to suck. Like, I'm not going to. That's what I was thinking, like, ahead of time. But then I sat down, I just started doing it, and I just powered through so much of it. Like, I applied those deep focus skills that I hadn't yet applied to school, and I finally did it, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, one thing to take away is by practicing what we're talking about with discipline, mental health, all of the things that kind of are the themes of Thinking Wealthy, in the podcast episodes that we do here, the reason we talk about this, the reason we teach it all and we preach it so much is because it's applied to every aspect of your life.
It's like guaranteed success.
Guaranteed success. Whether you're going to school, you will succeed if you use these skills. If you're starting a business, you will succeed if you're using these skills. And we haven't even started a successful business yet. You know what I mean? Like
not even there yet.
We are not even there yet, but we know because
we're gonna prove it.
If you look at every successful business owner, they're the ones who can do that.
No,
you know
I
they're
guarantee.
The ones who deep focus, work hard, grind. Like maybe some get lucky, but the ones that get lucky and just it's an accident always end up losing all their money. And their business fails eventually.
See, what you got to do is if you ever get the chance to go talk to like a top 1%er, I guarantee the stuff that we're preaching here is the same thing they're going to say.
Because like people want to get the answer of how to make money, right? I mean, it's like we get that comment all the time.
It's like, how do I make money online?
And I hate that question.
It's stupid.
Because first of all, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, bro, because I don't know how to make money online. Because I'm still learning. But the main point that I'm saying that's so stupid is like it's the wrong way to look at it, but it's the way that 99% of people look at it, right?
Yeah.
How do I make money? How do I see the success? Rather than how do I get myself to the point where I can be disciplined in everything I do and work really hard to be successful. How do I be successful is the question we should be asking.
It's the character, right? It's not about the actual success. It's becoming the person who creates the success.
Right.
You know?
Like that's what you have to be. You can't just be the person who's like, well, I want to make money.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to be the kind of person who makes money. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you know,
you
it's
have to get to the point where you're like creating that money and you're being successful in that way of like you're the reason the money's there, not just luck because you're following someone else's idea of like this is how I made money.
This is a step-by-step line on how to make $1 million.
Exactly.
Those are great, but here's the thing. It comes down to character, and that character is defined by good mental health and being disciplined and consistent.
Boom.
Like, that's all it is.
Yeah. Dang, bro.
Stepping stones, failure. Stepping stones to success.
So don't be scared. That's the main thing that we're trying to take away here. Go try. Go look at whatever you want to do. Go fail. Go get punched in the balls,
Go be the biggest failure around, dude. Like,
for real. Because it's like it's crazy.
The biggest winners are the biggest failures too.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've been laughed at. We've been told that that's not gonna work. Whatever. So many times, you know. I bet every day that there's someone who sees our TikTok account like that's stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't care, bro. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing. And especially now, it's like now the amount of people that tell us they love the content and it helps them. That's all I need. You know what I mean? That's all I need to keep going. That's all I need. Right.
That's for real, bro.
So yeah.
Keep grinding, guys. I think that about wraps it up here.
I think so.
All right, gentlemen. Well,
all right.
Ladies too, if you're watching. It is Monday, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go pay that fee. We brought some value, hopefully. And
Go
if
tell
we
your
did,
friends.
go tell your friends. That's how we grow word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
So we appreciate you guys. Go achieve some greatness this week, too.
Yes, sir.
Make someone's day better and be grateful for being alive.
Perfect.
All right. See you guys. Peace.
Peace.